makes your life nicer.
Right. 15,000 is...
You're over that line.
You're already way over that line, yeah. Definitely. Oh, Questro coming out from Posesi. The deck that I think had the highest likelihood of nailing a win against Luker's lineup. It is going to be the Stone Boar opening hand. Not exactly the most explosive one. The deck does run the newer Sonya Shadow Dancer, Zola the Gorgon. Again, you have to love the fact that these cards found a home.
Yeah, they looked a little bit... Sonya always looked like she might, although I didn't rate her, I've got to be honest. But Zola the Gorgon just never looked like it was going to be involved in anything.
I mean, outside of Wild. I mean, in
outside
Wild,
of Reddit.
I mean, on Wild, it's fantastic.
Really?
Right?
What is it copying?
Reno Jackson.
Oh, no. I wish I hadn't asked.
Yeah.
Giving me flashbacks now. Okay. How does Luca proceed to actually put aggro on the board here?
Twilight Acolyte, go. That's your move. That's all you've got. Because this isn't a combo priest. You're a combo priest. Sometimes you'll keep the Acolyte for the steal on a 5-5, turn it around, make it yours, buff it up twice, hit the face, win. In this case, it's just, I got to get on the board as soon as I can with the most amount of damage I can.
Right, so that's what he goes with. And Posesi, his hand at the moment isn't actually that great. It could become great very easily. It's a good hand. I don't think you'd complain about it. But it has got quite big whiff capabilities from here.
Yeah, if it doesn't pick up another bounce, I think he's going to be looking really, really, really slow. Like, he needs to be able to go Glacial Shard into bounce a shard. In the best case scenario, he picks up a Vanish within about 2 to 3 turns, where he's able to go Glacial Shard, prep Vanish,
yeah,
and then his opponent replays stuff, freeze that again, and then Shadow Step bounce. This is usually what the deck does. He picks up a way to bounce with the Sonya, but it's not exactly the most pleasant one, because you're just thinking, okay, I'm going to get extra chargers, fine, but then what?
Do you have to play her this turn?
I don't
That's what
think
he's
so,
counting as well. I feel like you could wait one more turn, but maybe... I'll defer to the guy who's playing this in the top 4 of the Worlds, or in WSG finals at least.
I think you might bounce her back. Oh, that's exactly what he does.
Okay.
He goes back for the Sonya bounce, because I think her value escalates later in the game as you're able to replay the same minion repeatedly.
Well, he completes quest next turn now. He plays Sonya and just plays the boar 4 times, and that's it, because he can play her cheaply. The cutting cost of mana is actually going to be a tempo gain because he's borrowed the mana. It's kind of weird how it works out.
Well, Shadow Step gives you effectively 2 quest completions in a weird way, because you're able to, sort of reduce the cost of Sonya.
So yeah, this works out absolutely beautifully for him. And as you have 5/5 minions that freeze your minions, yeah, Luca nods. Is like, okay, you got me here.
I mean, boar plus Sonya is...
Yeah, when it's a small boar, it just dies every time. When it's a 5/5 boar, you sometimes have to work at it, but yeah.
He's got the prep, he's got the quest completion. Does Luker has a shot at wiping this, I think, with a temporary pint-sized with the clear if he picks up the Shadow Word Horror in the deck?
The problem is when you start talking about clears against completed quests, unless you're close to the line, which is not, he's got some damage coming in, you're normally just dead.
Well, it depends how wide the rogue goes, right? Because sometimes they can kill you with chargers, but very often they also just can't.
Yep.
And if they can't kill you with chargers, then by all means, take your time, Draconic Operative. Draconic Operative is an interesting card in the matchup too, as it gives you a 2-for-1 unless the rogue face tanks 5, which is great.
Trying to work out if there's any merit in stealing Sonya and having lots of operatives coming in later.
I like the idea. I don't mind it. I definitely don't mind it. It's not the highest pressure play, but...
Yeah, and he's just going for the higher pressure play, the absolute max of damage to the face, and can't blame that.
I think he's going to be stealing a 5/5 as his line of play here. He's thinking, I'm going to pint size Cabal Shadow Priest, reduce the size of the board as I'm facing it. But this is exactly the problem with the quest, is unless you're killing them now, this can happen. And he's on 16 health. He doesn't have time to mess around.
What can he find from the pickup?
He's going to have to use Glacial Shards for a little bit here, trying to stabilize the timing on the push for the opponent. Not looking too bad here, but Luker has planned this out. He has the ability to rush face with 4 damage. He's taking those bluegills. He knows full well he's going to need them. And the pint-sized potion with Cabal Shadow Priest also able to stabilize him and bring him back in the game.
Doesn't coin out Wax Elemental. Should have slowed things down a bit because he's scared of the pint-sized steal.
It's a possibility. Pint-sized clear even would take care of it. Does it not reduce the attack of the minions with pint-sized? That's a little bit more powerful.
Yes.
There's the double pint-sized Void Ripper. That's actually, it lets you develop on the board. It lets you develop something else on the board this turn, right? So you close out the game even faster.
Well, you also do more damage.
Right.
With the flipperoo.
Yeah, you're pushing 5 this turn, and you're able to develop more pressure, so double pint-sized Ripper seems, in fact, more appropriate. And suddenly posesi having to contend with a little bit too much here. Thank the Wax Elemental for the pressure. That's a lot of charging minions. Yikes.
This game's brutal because posesi's nearly out of stuff, but Luca's out of answers.
Well, he still has another pint-sized naturally in the deck, right?
And if he draws a dragon, that might be enough to clear most of this up next turn, depending on what's left over exactly and how the trades go.
He can clear with the Bluegill right now, and posesi's hand is 0 cards. He has absolutely nothing.
I can see a coin.
You're technically correct.
Helpful for when he draws that 9-drop next turn.
Valera the Hollow, obviously.
Oh, obviously. Actually, that'd be really good right now. That'd be so good.
Valera into a Stone Tusk board number 2.
Yeah. Anyway, so Luca's just got to find a way through. Just got to find a way through this 5/5 Divine Shield taunt.
I mean, Tar Creeper again, just showing us how strong the card can be reliably. It's kind of impressive. I have to wonder though, maybe not taking trades was the route, but it's difficult to evaluate. I think you're probably gonna take the value trades. The issue again is if I take value trades, then Duskbreaker just completely shuts me out. So.
Bookworm does nothing except it does activate that Duskbreaker. If those trades have been taken, posesi would have lost his board.
That's a full clear, I believe, right? Trade into Duskbreaker, double Bluegill, and that will completely tear apart the offense line that posesi has. Mimic Pods in the deck for continued pressure, but 2 Bluegills have been played, 2 Stone Tusks have been played. We're looking at South Sea deck hands effectively here. Oh, Luker's going to keep the Bluegills for the face push.
It looks like he's seriously
go ahead. He still has to be traded into here because posesi cannot wait. There's the Vanish potential, though, that could be very dangerous. You know, I said he had nothing, but he does find a way to bounce the board.
Yeah, it's difficult to know which was right and which was wrong there, but he's going to get the face push in and still set for it for next time. But this damage is coming back for posesi.
You got to ask yourself if maybe clearing with the Bluegills wasn't better.
Yeah.
Looking back at it, because this board just got bounced up and did the work that it wanted. Luker can still kill one of these, and maybe sometimes pick up a pint size, and that's the Shadow Reaper! Unbelievable! He still wasn't dead, but he was close to dead. And with that draw...
Arm again, kill the board.
There isn't much. South Sea deckhand's about the best you're going to get, but you're dead on board, so you have to take the value trade and hope that your following draw is Mimic Pod double Pirate.
But right at the start of the game, Luca picked up these 2 Bluegills, knowing, as you said, every point of damage might be crucial here, and they're going to get the job done. He's going to be 3-1 ahead in the semi-final, and Fuji's waiting in the final.
And here I was thinking, oh, you know what? I think this rogue is the deck that probably makes the push happen for posesi. Not today. Not against this deck from Luker. So Luker is down to an additional deck here in the matchup. He's got the Warlock on lockdown. He's already won.